After Ghana Black Stars' insipid, lackluster, and humdrum performances, what is the next way forward for the Stars? Multifarious opinions about the sticking point for Black Stars' progress, because these are the players performing at their various clubs but can't perform to the maximum satisfaction of Ghanaians in the national colours. We have to discuss and talk about this. A German-born of Ghanaian descent has spoken about why he rejected Ghana's call-up in the year 2020 and has committed himself to the German national team. We also have to talk about this, but don't forget to leave your decent comments in the comment box. If you are new on this platform, subscribe to the channel, click on the post notification bell for more updates. Like this video and share to other social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, let me plunge into the intricacies of the stories. I have already spoken about numerous players in the diaspora of Ghanaian descent who are willing and always focus on playing for the Ghana national teams, being it the under 17, under 20, under 23, or the Black Stars. But there's this particular player that most of the people are talking about why he rejected Ghana's call-up in the year 2020. Jamie Llewellyn. He is a German-born of Ghanaian descent. His mother is a German and his father is a Ghanaian. He has spoken out after his debut game for the German national team. That was a game in the UEFA Nations League against Netherlands. He said he grew up in Germany, he was born in Germany, and definitely he is a German. So he doesn't see himself as a Ghanaian. So why should he switch his allegiance from Germany to Ghana? These are some of the things we've been talking about consistently on this platform. Just because I've already spoken about cultural assimilation, how are you going to encourage these people to know the norms, the values, and the cultural behavior of the people in the country that you think they have to commit themselves to? Of which he has spoken out. Let's listen to the exact words from Jamie Llewellyn, a centre forward, an attacking midfielder, and a right winger for VSB Stuttgart in the German Bundesliga. He said quite simply, because I was born and grew up here, I am a German. That is what he said. So we should just forget about he switching his allegiance from Germany to Ghana. And you've seen numerous players who switch their allegiance that we are not seeing what we thought could have happened to the national team if they are able to commit themselves to the national team. We've not seen the best of Iñaki Williams and the others so far. So let's see how we can groom our very own so that you get to know the feelings that we expect from our senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, let me move on from this nationality switch story and talk about the Black Stars of Ghana a whole lot after our insipid performances. People are talking multifarious reactions and opinions, assorted ones, diversified ones, as to why the Black Stars can't perform. What is the sticking point here? What is the stumbling block here for the Black Stars? Why we are not performing? People are attributing or linking it to the leadership, the football leadership in the country, and people are also talking about the players' dedication, their passion on the field of play. People are talking about the coaching or the technical departments, how poor they are or bankrupt they are. What is your point? Where do you think the problem is coming from? The sticking point, where is it coming from? Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment box. We are in the democratic dispensation. Divergence and differences are always welcome on this platform. Now, let's talk about some of the things. These are words or these are certain things that I've gathered from my opinion. First and foremost, we have to look at the Black Stars coaching job under scrutiny. Looking at this now, Otuado failing Ghanaians to qualify for the 2025 AFCON tournaments in Morocco is quite, let me say, it's monumental to the nation, just because there's no way we can fathom this. We needed to be there, and since 2004, in the year 2000 coming, Ghana has been consistently qualifying to the AFCON tournament. Why now? Why can't Ghana perform? Or why can't Ghana even qualify ahead of Sudan, Angola, and Niger in the same group? Mathematically, I can say we are in, even though Tuado spoke about that. Mathematically, we are in, but realistically, let's talk about the facts. Let's face facts. Let's call a spade a spade. Ghana is automatically out. With 2 more games to go, Sudan just need a point. Ghana, we need all the maximum 6 points to qualify. And you think Sudan is going to be quite redundant and nonchalant not to progress to the next tournaments? It's quite difficult for Ghana. For which everyone is sad. Even talking about the national team, people don't want to even listen to what is happening around the national team. And Otuado, looking at the kind of coach we thought he would be. And my question here is, do you believe in the second coming of coaches? Let's face facts and let's look at some of the histories and records, because I always say to understand today, you have to search about tomorrow. That is what one of the American novelists posted or tweeted about. Now, in the year 1990 to 1992, Ghana had a coach, a German coach called Beckert Ziezi. He came in, he played 10 games, won 5 games, drew 3 and lost 2 games. He returned in the year 2003. That was the following year Ghana didn't qualify for the 2004 AFCON tournament in Morocco. He played 6 games. He drew 1, won 1, and lost the 4 remaining games. They sacked him and gave the team to his assistant, Sam Ade, who later progressed the Black Stars to the 2006 AFCON tournament in Egypt with coach Doya Ratamel Ditkovic in the year 2006 and eventually to the World Cup. Let me put it that way. And I don't know why people are talking about we going for Otuado and why we should have rescinded the decision of not going for Otuado but giving it to a qualified coach. People are talking about Otuado as a trainer scout. He's not yet there. So we should give him that maximum exposure, maximum confidence to build himself before coming to his own country, because he has once played for the Black Stars. And when he's coming, you get to know that, oh, you've gotten a former player coming to coach the Black Stars. People are calling a lot of names. That's in terms of the technical department. We have to go in for HÉRVE RENARD, a former assistant coach to the Black Stars. That was when Coach Claude Lewa was there, the year 2007-2008. From Ghana, he moved on to Zambia. From Zambia, Angola to Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire, and a whole lot. And you've seen his coaching prowess on the continent, and people were calling for this coach. But the truth of the matter is that all those rumors surrounding Ghana changing his coach as it stands now is not imminent. For now, I don't know. It's not about to happen. Let me put it that way. So when you've heard about the rumors going rife that Ghana wants to go for coach HÉRVE RENARD, that one is not true. It's a fallacy. You have to know that it's erroneous and you need to cancel that one. Just nullify or annul it from your brains. We are still working with Coach Otuado and his technical team, John Pinsel, Joseph Loman, Bugri Francis, and the others. These are the coaches we are working with as it stands now. Now, under the coaching department, what I wish and what I see is that we have to give them the exposure, because there is a potential World Cup qualification, and of which Ghanaians are very interested in even the World Cup qualification as compared to the AFCON tournament, just because Ghana one day can be at the 2026 World Cup, where the football fanatics or the supporters here in Ghana want to troop into the United States to support their country, as to whether they will come back or not. That one is a different story. Going to Canada, going to Mexico, going to the United States. So when it gets to the World Cup qualification, Ghanaians want to see more from these players. And aside that, I always say that that's a reputation, formidable reputation, that prestige we had some years back as Ghana being the powerhouse of African football and even world football. We had a say in world football. Where is that prestige going? It is declining. It is retrogressing. We are not seeing that prestige. No one fears Ghana again. How can Sudan come to our home country, talk about scoring Ghana? How can Niger play 1-1 with Ghana? It's quite unfortunate to see those things. They don't even recognize Ghana as one of the powerhouse of African football just because we are not performing to the maximum satisfaction. And therefore, I will call on every Tom, Dick, and Harry to support this team, because all the players, the passion from the players should be one of the things that they have to look at it. The paramount target of the players is that they have to look at the national team very well, because these are the same players. You can't tell me that the players that Otuado selected for the AFCON qualifiers were the very best players we had in Ghana. These are the players that we can say everyone can call for. But their passion, that is why people are calling for the local players to be groomed, build, and represent the nation in other matches or subsequent matches. Because looking at how we are performing, we don't see that kind of aggression in the players. We don't see that clear sense of purpose in the players. So this is what we have to talk about. So what I would say, it should be a wake-up call for the players. People are talking about the spiritual side. Yes, we live in a spiritual world, and definitely anything can happen. But I believe in that football is scientific, and at times you have all those differences between science and spirituality or spiritualism, and therefore we have to focus on doing it. We have to focus on doing it just because we can do it. We should forget about everything, dedicate ourselves in terms of the leadership from Kurt Edwin Simon Okreku, the sports ministry, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf. They should all come on board, groom players. We have to get local players that we don't have to rely on those players playing in England. They have to switch their allegiance. I've already spoken about that cultural assimilation. You now have to go and encourage them to at times when they see that they don't have any future with where they were born or any of the European countries, they just then rescind their decision to play or revoke their decision to play for any of the African countries or Ghana specifically. So therefore, we shouldn't entertain those things. Then what I will end here is, what are your opinions also as to how Ghana, we can build our national team to the maximum standard? How can Ghana move forward? How can Ghana go on? Because at times, even to the coaching department that I just spoke about, when you look at the just ended 2024 AFCON tournament, we saw countries performing poorly at the AFCON. Algeria came in with Jamal Beladi. He resigned just after the tournament because he saw himself as, how can I bring in a whole lot or a country like Algeria in AFCON tournaments and we can't progress to the next stage of the competition, being the round 16. Therefore, I have to resign. And he rescinded his decision as a head coach of the Algerian national team. And now see the progress of the Algerian national team. Same as the Cameroon national team. They also went in for Marc Brice. And look at how Marc Brice is performing after Ugube Song. People are saying that Ugube Song is a former player and a Cameroonian who can perform the task to the maximum satisfaction of the Cameroon citizens. But see what's happened is quite unfortunate. Same as Algerian too went in for Vladimir Pokovic, and now they are in at the 2025 AFCON tournament. So when it comes to the technical department, leadership, how they will cope with all the suggestions from the media points of view, because I always say that when things happen, people come in with varied opinions, and what are the leaders also putting in place? What are they taking in order to implement and hone the skills of the national team? These are some of the things we expect. It's quite unfortunate to talk about, but this is the very first time I'm talking about on this very platform. I have a lot of stories to share with you on this platform. I've now gotten the time to talk about. So Sportsfella is here to get you posted on all the latest updates. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Let's meet in the next video. It's bye for now.